what's going on here. Like, there's like a bunch of stuff going here. So, how do we start this off? Okay, well, we can start this. Okay, it's all right. Archangel Michael, welcome back. Thanks for doing the thing, your thing. I'm doing it well. So, Angels of Light and Love, I welcome you in. My most ethical light and love crew. So, what's about to happen? Authorizing Officer Tuesday. This is part of it. I haven't done one formally in a while. That was the header card. I had to do a retake because, like, it just, like, freaking plopped out here. So, being led, this is, a sum of many thoughts here. I don't know what to think of the Ten of Swords here. I feel like this is kin energy. You know, people who have gone through the Ten of Swords, and only those that have gone through the Ten of Swords knows exactly what that feels like. So it's being led by that. So this is like a conglomeration of those kind of energies. Only only those that know, and that can walk the talk. So I feel like that's what's going on there, because there's something that's willfully, like, she's not like needy in having to constantly look up. She doesn't feel lost. It's just kind of moving forward. So I don't know what that's all about, but these fell like right underneath me, kind of. And it's a Tower moment and the Five of Wands inverted. So it's like chaos. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're just pretending like everything's fine, so that I'm kind of like, I don't know. I've learned that people can be very cruel. So I don't know if I'm like, there's a firm choice of, like, that's they can cause challenge. But let me see what we came up like on the furthest end, and it was the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Six of Wands, Seven of Cups in reverse, King of Cups, Queen of Cups in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse. Dude, this is a lot. Three of Pentacles in reverse, and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so relatively speaking, I don't know. I mean, it's something that's obvious, okay, but is also no bullshit. So whatever it is, it's kind of hard to read, only because even if, like, they give me the boot, then it's still considered something that's really, really good. Either way, I'm going to be able to manage my my light, my power. Like, it's all for myself. It's all for myself. You know, I have to tell you that I had to let go of a reader that I've been watching. And I've been, like, kind of on and off about him, because he's, like, had some, like, gossip stuff also. But I'm like, you know, like, people have their things, you know. It's not as bad as, like, what I've seen it or whatever. So I don't know if, like, I was lying to myself. I just thought I'd give it a little bit more time. But then recently, he was saying something about how you can't be greedy, like the divine is saying you can't be greedy with your blessings or something. It wasn't like the lighthearted where it's like the more you give, the more blessings you receive. It wasn't that message. It was like, you got to share, basically. Like, so it was something more to that effect. And I just knew that there was bullshit tied to it. Because, like, I've only watched you, like, you were one of the newer readers that I've been watching. So, like, I don't believe that you got me here. I got me here. You were just good company for the time being. And a checklist, like, you're, like, the lead. And to say something like for somebody to have the audacity to say something like that, tells me that there was more selfishness in it than what it was, more of like a projection of selfishness. Goodness gracious. So anyway, I just had to say that because I just saw that. So there's something victorious here, kind of center stage here. You know, like there's a soloist here. And it's getting off the high horse because that's the same one that's depicted with a reef when on horse in the traditional deck. So this is having something to say, and that being kind of like applauded. But this is ultimate manifestation, where there's like home and hearth, the feels of like 4 of Wands coming from up above. So this is like the giving the feels to those beyond the veil too, you know, when it's coming up from above. And it's the first time that I've received a message like that. But you know, like in occultist ways, there's something about, you know, that that kind of pose. It's an ultimate power pose, but it's in honor and in surrender of what the divine provides. So visually speaking, the poise is like literally like V, you know, like YMCA, but it's like an absolute victory in that gesture alone. So it's kind of ritualistic, but it's commemorative of the sentience that where credit is due. So anyway, 7 of Cups in reverse. It's kind of like the final answer that's firm. It's like you've made your decision. So whatever this thing is, it's correct. Now, one person's on board, but one person's not. It doesn't fucking matter because all will keep balance. And it's meant for the good of all, to cause lower stress. I don't know what the 3 of Pentacles in reversal is about here, but it could be a breaking of ways, like a breaking of partnerships. But it could also mean like a turn up, because there's also a delivery at the end. So there's some kind of like a change up, a scoot over, like, oh gosh, something like scooting over. That's interesting. There's a delivery, but then there's also kind of like a breaking up of partnerships or energies. Contracts. Like there's a dissolution of one and like a delivery of another. So this is placement. So this person that's not on board for it, she's stressed. But it's funny because like she's like the sister version, or like the counterpart to the King of Cups here, but she's not on board. There's something that she's keeping kind of like hidden here within her stresses, and she's trying to keep cool because like when you're in the same league of practice, with the same number of years under your belt, basically, you get good at faking certain things, how being discreet in toxic ways and all of that. And so that's what I've experienced today. Dude, my freaking time off request, it was a deadline to do the approval for time cards. So I was like, instead of having to revisit this shit over and over and over again, seeing that how I'm blocked on this or whatever, things that should not be, I decided, okay, lump sum into one day, and it shouldn't take that long. So I was looking at it, and I remember requesting time off, and it should have been kind of like instantaneous based on how everybody else got their requests approved. But mine took longer. Like it was basically the day before, like just like at the very end of the day before, that I had to actually physically make myself known to get approval. And it was just verbal. It wasn't written. So even there, I was like teetering. I was like, I don't know what kind of bullshit this is. Is she going to say that she forgot or she doesn't recall saying stuff or whatever? So, so that, I just decided to let it slide. Let's see what happens, because there's ways that I can kind of cover my ass. And so I had to revisit that. I had to use Flex 6 time, and I inputted it, a while ago. Actually, I didn't see that I put it into the system, because there's a process of doing this first, getting like approval by email before you transfer to getting that by into like the actual systems. And I know that there's an area of control on that, because there's no rationale as to why, especially if I ask for it like a month in advance, that it should be like declined. Considering like I'm not like in a position where like the business would like die if I miss a date. Like nobody's gonna die. So I just don't understand why like it has to go through that kind of a process. It doesn't make sense. You could explain it to any fucking way you want, but it doesn't make sense, except for the area of control. So, and the way she's doing it, like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. So I inputted it, and I said, hey, I dropped her a screenshot. I said, the system says, you know, it's waiting for this approval, before it can, before I can submit the other. Otherwise, you know, like if it's gonna delay the process, I can wait till next week. I can wait till like the next pay period for the hour and a half that I'm requesting this flex sick time for. And then she dials me up and she says, like, I don't know what you're asking for. I don't understand your email. I'm like, dude, it was so fucking simple. But okay. So I explained it, kind of like the same verbiage, and so I don't, dude, this is so dry. Like it's not even. And she said something like, "Oh, I can't find your request. When did you send it to me?" I'm like, I don't know. I remember sending it to you, but yeah, I sent it. And she said, "Oh, you know, did you send it like where on the subject line it says time, capital T, and then off, capital O, and then the dates?" And I said, I think so. I might have put like requests at the front or somewhere in there. And she said, "Oh, you don't need to put that, but I can't find it." She did like a little filter search, and she said, "Oh, I can't find it because I get so busy, like I filter through the emails every time I do the time card approvals, and if it says time, I want it to like read time and then off and then the dates, and so it comes up at the top." So I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that pattern." And nobody ever told me like procedurally that must be done, but like I'll maybe the request part threw it off or whatever. And so I'm sitting down there like kind of blindly speaking to it. I get to, and she said, "Oh, can you forward it to me? Can you forward me the emails?" And she said, "Oh, I have to ask sometimes, something about like having to converse with somebody else before she approves mine in particular." I don't fucking get it. I don't understand. But anyway, I go to my desk, I check the emails, and both of them, intuitively, like organized, that it's exactly how she had asked for them. Without her even telling me that, that's already how I structured it. So it was bogus that she did a filter and didn't find it. So this whole thing was just an exercise to kind of waste time. And also, it was funny because like I was tired of the bullshit, and I was like, there should be no problem with asking for a month in advance. And so so then I put in like the email. I was like, I'm not gonna wait till the very last minute, so like our home office can be like, oh, look what she's doing. She's just asking for time off, like at the very, 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 like with very, very little notice. And because I have to wait for that pre-approval first. So anyway, I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna, nobody ever told me exactly that I have to, you know, it was never written. So I decided to put in my March dates. And I did like the required ones because I didn't put in the half-dayer just because I was like, let's just kind of semi-do this, okay? See what happens. And I put in, she didn't catch it, or like she pretended like not to catch it. I don't know what the fuck. But this is the very first time that she said, just to be clear on time card procedures, I want you to put it like this, like this, like this. And I'm the only one that does it like that, honey. Except I put in my request in the system. I did it a little out of order, but I provided all the detail. And out of the historic view of all the, like, the people who have been there before me, they didn't put all of the stuff, like what kind of time are you taking off? They didn't do all of that. And they still got theirs. So, anyway, I guess there's politics to everything. And it's great to see that this is basically, if anything, what I'm up against, because it's kind of like a no-brainer. The energy shows for itself. Like, anybody who reads that email. Actually, no, only management would be able to see what kind of bullshit that is. So anyway, it's just kind of being like sneaky behavior as far as like how to like cause stressors, because it's just projection, you know, right here. It's like, what else can I do to cause kind of like that, those feels? And I decided to like just relinquish a bit today. Just like, I don't have anything to prove. I have a bullet pointed list, a must, you know, do list, but like I don't really have anything to prove. Like the more meditative I am within each step that I make, the more like, this is what I always thought, like the cool person to be, you know, that they didn't get stressed over having to put out fires. And the coolest people would be able to manage that also with the fires internally. So I'm like, hey, I'm getting there. I think I'm there. This is good. And so I don't know. Like that's what's going on over there. But like it's strange to get the Tower card and the Five of Wands inverted to me. So there's something heated that's striking. It's like I think it's like coming in hot for me. I think that's what I keep hearing in my head. So there's that. But you know, like in management, it's dominant that anyone that is in management, and even like I can't discriminate, like those that are on different levels of the hierarchy, anybody who experiences the Ten of Swords, that isolated what are they saying, gangbang basically of bullshit, like you you know what that's like, right? So this is like a freaking support crew that isn't quite holding my hand, but kind of like we're all following the same direction. So I guess that's authorizing Officer Tuesday here. Authorizing Officer Tuesday. What's about to, what is it? I forgot. Basically, what's about to roll out? What's about to happen? Let's find out. So I decided I was gonna get a different set. We're gonna use the O cards, and then the cousin deck Mythos. Okay. Okay. So, Archangel Michael, what do you want to say? What do you want to say out of all of these, huh? What's what's about to happen? Yeah, because that song kept playing in my head. It was so, I was really bummed yesterday when I was channeling the playlist for the one, and it was because I kept hearing so pressure, so fire, and it just kept like going in my head, like just streaming in my head, and I was like, I only remember like 3 fragments to it, and I know it's Space Nectar, and I know it's like a collab with somebody, like so, it features other people, but I went through my playlist, I couldn't find it, and like I rushed through it so quickly that I didn't listen to everything that I thought it was properly. But then I was like, my team, as soon as I let it go and just like surrender it, and my team knows that I've been like looking for it. They know energetically that what I'm looking for, they're gonna show it. So just like trust it, just let it go, whatever. It's good. It's fine. It's good. And it came through. Fucking it came through. So cool. Oh look! Okay. So there's that. Okay. Let's get the energy. Let's get what's so what's about to happen. It's kind of like a blank slate. It's like it's cleared. It's not like duh. It's the plate is cleared. Something new to arrive. Oh my gosh, what's going on? That's a lot. Okay, there's a couple here. Okay, this is what handed. Okay, dude. Okay, first this was above the my charging cord, so it's sobriety. Okay, whatever is gonna happen is very sobering. What landed on the wire, like live wire, was the hands card. I was like, oh shit, somebody got caught or whatever. But then right behind it is a dance. Like somebody wants to dance with me. You know that song, Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody who loves me. So, you know when we were kids, I don't know why I have it in my head. I don't know who did it, but I remember that part where they go, somebody who, yeah, I didn't do that right, but that's, that, I don't know how to do it. That was a horrible, duplication of that from my memory, but it was, we would always make fun of that part. I don't know. Anyway, there's like, it's kind of like that, like an invitation to dance, a strong desire to dance, but it's almost like it catches you off guard, like in Back to the Future, where Marty is in like cowboy attire in the Old West, and he's like, "You want to dance?" And then they shoot the. I don't know why my my imitations are not like good today, but you know, it's okay, it's fine. But like, you want to dance, and then he starts shooting at the feet, and then he does like the moonwalk. That's kind of like that. It's weird. It's like this weird initiate thing. It's weird. I don't understand. So this is what came through. Next up, it's the night card extroverted or accentuated. The mule card inverted, the walking the block extroverted, the auric field card inverted, the beach card extroverted, the mirror card extroverted, and the team thing in reversal. What the fuck? What the heck? Okay, so something's happening kind of like overnight-ish is what they're saying, like, because we've also got the evening, like dusk also here. So something's happening in the evening, so they're saying stay put. They're calling me a little stubborn, but they know it's persistent, so it's like kind of recovery, sit down, like chill time. So they're just saying stay put. As long as you're gonna be stubborn, stay put, okay? But something's happening in the night. Like there's something where there's you know, like walk while you talk. There's round the block discussions happening, but like I can't see who's talking. I don't even know who they are because I don't think I've ever met them before. They're kind of, I don't understand. but they're, oh my gosh, they're discreet in their contacts. Like they're both walking, but they're walking kind of like the same pace. But they're not like making contacts, like holding hands, or their faces are not turned towards each other. This is not your average like walk around the block. This is like this is a coordinated, like secret kind of effort where it's synchronized. Like, I'm gonna be here at this time, you're gonna be here at that time, and then we're gonna have this like discussion, but we're gonna like speak under our breaths, and like, you know, you're going to the market and I'm gonna pick up the newspaper or something like that, and we're just gonna kind of cross paths, and there's some kind of discussion though. It's very like, oh sorry, it's kind of like rigid, like, yeah, and this is like, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's weird. Anyway, auric field. So there's something about protecting one's aura, because like keeping them secure, being very aware of how my auric field stretches. But this is also like my kin energy, my helpers. So this is like your closest auric field and what that associates with, like basically the sacral chakra equivalent to your auric field, and then like how it disperses, you know, outwards. So it's being very aware of that, the proximity, and if anybody like rudely, unnecessarily impedes on your space, without you don't like, when we're at the level where we don't have to make a fucking scene anymore. It's it's being very conscious of who is attempting to like what people's intentions are coming that close, and for how long. And so that's what I noticed with her today at work, in having to read an email. She, dude, like, you did not have to be there for that long. I don't know what juju you're trying to do over here. But anyway, like, when somebody is at my desk, I'm basically trapped in this like cul-de-sac area, basically. But like, so I didn't have to cause a scene. I was just very aware of it, speaking into existence, like, you are not welcome into my fields. You are not welcome to access any additional information. You're not welcome to my energy, basically. Okay, so it's being mindful of that, and it's knowing that that is enough to that's enough at this state. Because when I was at her desk at earlier in the day, I was talking to her about something, I don't know, remember what, but like all of a sudden she had a huge grin on her face, because this was after lunch, I believe. Because before that, we were talking about something, doing a normal check-in, and as she was passing by, she patted me on my arm, like, you know, like that, like, oh, thanks for your help, you know. But it's like, you didn't have to do that. I didn't see you do that to anybody else over here. So I had to cleanse myself, and it was very like, it was done with intent, because the pat was very much how the girl that I was replacing, how she would touch me on different like areas of my body, and that was to connect, that was to leech, that was to like penetrate certain fields, because that caught me like off guard. It's like because there was no need for it. And so I was trying to cleanse in different ways, but then, and I thought I was doing like okay, and again, everything takes practice, but I went over to her office to talk about something else that needed to be taken care of. And as she was like, when she got that huge grin on her face, I could feel like a pin prick, but it was like 2 or 3 pin pricks, like in the same area, like protruding in, and it really felt like more than just like a touch. It felt like more than just a poke. It was like needles, not your kind like tingly needles. No, it was needles in that area. So she was directly siphoning from me, and I got my like heavier guns and did other stuff when I got back to my desk to cleanse it. And like from then on, she kept trying to make several attempts to get back into my auric field, trying to like figure out ways to like make contact, physical contact, etc. So it's just being very mindful of setting intentions and just knowing that I know that because the only time that I have ever felt that was at a psychic event, and people who just kind of like scout out the area and try to fuck with people's energy, and that's how I recognized it. And the person that I confided in directly at that time, they said that, oh, that's, people kind of regularly do that. So it's good to attend these things so that you can like kind of polish your skills and kind of like you know, learn some new ones, and just be aware that people like do that shit. So I did get better actively at that event, and so that was awesome. I would say that was like my biggest takeaway there, that people recognized my energy at random, targeted me, like, and so that's kind of an applause from like the nether worlds to see me in that light, to recognize my light. But I also like threw down, and I also I did other protection that was very effective as well. So like practice is practice, like that's fucking good. But like that's how I recognized it. And so that's what they're saying here. Okay. Now it kind of reminds me of like, so what do you do in those situations where like you see her hand actively, like, because it was done so quickly. I was like, you know what? You're a spiritual rapist, aren't you? Because that's exactly like how instantaneous it would be, like so like premeditated, like it's so that energy is disgusting. So anyway, like what do you do, like, because I've found myself in those situations when I was younger, adult but younger, when people would cross the line, and even in front of their girlfriends, like even like with, and this is not like young people like within my age range, they were like much older, like retired or whatever. And like I don't know what, like how people live their lives. I don't know like what arrangements they have. I don't understand like what's accepted or not or whatever. But regardless of that, like I had to, like, that's exactly like, it was more like a logical thing. Like I was running through like the source energy rather than my cup energy in those experiences where people would like cross the line. So it's like, it just mind boggled me. I just ran into like more of like a logic run rather than like the unethical, like, oh, what the fuck? The weird version of people. That's weird. So I had like homosexual, upright, and alone in reversal. So something, it's weird. It's like she's attracted to me, but she also like wants to be me. Dude, she was wearing like nearly the same shoes that you could possibly find at random that I was wearing. Like I know black boots are like common, but like to get, dude, it was copycat energy, like 100%. So it's like, it was just a like a discreet way of saying basically like I'm still in your energy, etc. You know, it's just like, what the, I don't even know what to say, because there's so many like little things that are taken into account. They're on the ledger, the spiritual ledger of like fuckeries. So anyway, but like ultimately it's important to remain calm and to show the world like who you are, Tina. That's basically what it is. Like that's the best way you can do it, like no projections. In fact, it's the Heyoka way. Like the more chill I am, this is What's about to happen is like the Heyoka way is like basically reflecting their shit back on them. So that's and then this is in reversal. So I don't know if it's like my energy standing on its own. Like I don't need your kinship like to work with you. I don't need to have your buy-in to work with you. If people are obstinate, regardless of how much goodwill I project or like, you know, integrate, it's that's just going to show up on them. Like if there's nowhere that energy can go except where it belongs, you know what I mean? So that what's about to happen is just like whatever's put out there already. So I don't know, why are my readings like so I don't know, like I'm not upset with them. They're just like, you're just different. Okay, so that's what's about to happen. I mean, on the primary side, what's simplified was very good. People want to dance. So yeah, this was absolutely correct in showing that this is like the first card. It's sobriety. It's above the line. Oh my gosh, what just fell off the you heard that, right? What just fell off of the bed was the Tower card, but it twisted over underneath the wire, and it's now the Tower card, extroverted. So something's so it just plays into whatever we just talked about. Okay, so authorizing Officer Tuesday. Is there anything else that you want to say, Archangel Michael, with what's about to happen? Like, look, I totally mommed this up. Usually I would just like wear this thing, but like it's kind of cold there, and I have to wear my brooch because it's from my grandma, and she has many, but like I chose this one because and there's some protection on it too, but it's totally mommed out. Maybe I'll just cover my lap right here because it's right there. Okay. Yeah, but that pinprick, oh my gosh, that was so alarming. I was like, what the but she had the biggest grin on her face. Like it was just like, it was weird because I think she tweezed her eyebrows a little too much, so they were very much very obvious when they were raised, because the more that you like tweeze your eyebrows, the lesser expression there is. So when she had that big smile, her eyebrows also raised, like surprise, you know, like I could get in. So anyway, that was weird. It almost also felt bruised after. I was like, wow, that's really some dark energy right there. But the first time that I felt it, I told you, it was actually from a black woman. And I'm not doing the whole like racist card thing, regardless of black or white. I'm just saying she was black, which and she was doing like kind of like dark energy, like voodoo type of energy. So there was some kind of integration there. So I know that she is also working with the same. But she doesn't know exactly who or what she's working with. She doesn't understand the rules and respect. She doesn't understand like what's going to come back to her. And like, dude, that's crazy. So anyway, authorizing Officer Tuesday, what's going on? What's about to happen? Okay. Naked, what? Something's about to be revealed for sure. So you tell me, huh? What's about to be revealed? What goes in naked extroverted, Archangel Michael? That one. So it's people cheering on at the finish line, or like at the side, you know, but it's in reverse. Oh. Okay, so these are people who celebrate, you know, like the cheerleaders, the like go team go. They're the closest people that you could get to your pit crew, the ones that give you like that where your survival instincts like kick in because of like the energetics, like it gives you that like last like wind. What is it? Your second wind basically, when you're approaching the finish. So that what's being revealed is that that energy is absolutely not celebrated. Like empty seats and things. People are like, it's kind of like dropping like flies, but it's like people don't even want their carcasses around. You know what I mean? You know, my mom was really, really upset about some governmental like bullshit that was going down in her hometown. Like they were starting to charge like doing taxations, something like this, taxations on resting grounds of stuff that was already taken care of, like prepaid. So they were charging bullshit stuff, like literally over people's dead bodies, and enforcing this, like targeting people who have already mourned, whether it be like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a month ago. You know what I mean? Like that. My mom was so pissed. She was so fucking pissed, which rightfully she should be. So she didn't want to go back. She was like, she's so crazy. Like, I'm not going to invest any of my funds, any of my hard-earned money to be in a place like that, to endorse that on any level. That is pure fuckery. So, that's crazy. That's the first time I've ever, you know, like seen her like that. But I was proud of her for, you know, sticking to the guns. And so anyway, it's absolutely, so it's what I said about dead carcasses, like not like they don't even want to like have their carcasses, you know, around that energy. It's so adamant about not even being there. Like what it has said, no form of my sentience is going to be part of that. So that's what's happening. That's what's being revealed. I almost said revolved. Yeah, like, you know, like what they say, like heads will roll, or like my, like when my dead, what is it? How do they say it? When like bodies roll, like dead bodies roll, something, I forget what they say, but it's kind of like another variation of over my dead body. Turning graves, that's what it is it? Something like that. I don't know why they told me to say it like that, but that's what they said. All right. Anything else, Archangel Michael? What's about to happen? Authorizing Officer Tuesday. What do you want me to know, Archangel Michael? Home in reverse. Huh. Okay, what goes in home in reverse? Just what's about to happen. There's a storm. This is another variation of the Tower card. So this is like triple. Do you see that? That's crazy. This is another variation, but it's like off the cliffs. You know, it's kind of like off the hook, they're saying. Oh, with the divine. So whatever, it's a firm decision. Like the Fool card is a journey. So and this is in reversal, so it's like, it's somebody like walking the plank, like being forced to walk the plank. Do you see that? because this is the Fool card, and then you're having to like jump off, like there's no home there. It's like cracking foundations, like some I saw some like quick reel on Instagram. Like I I try to limit myself on how many reels I put out, like highlight. But one of them was like somebody hiking in high way up, and they're saying, so how safe is this? And their guy said, 50-50. And then the other guy said, and they were using their ice picks to like, gain traction. And it was just like chill, moving along at their pace. And the guy said, you mean half yet, like half safe, half no? He was clarifying. And as he was clarifying, the next pick, like a huge like dollop of flooring fell off. So it's like, how there's like a straight up cliff? So there's something about like a striking, there's something about that there. There's a storm. There's anger here. Some frustration, but more so anger. When it's raining, you would normally see sadness here, but this is anger. That's anger. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Earlier in a read, like I don't post all of the media, like the playlist, like everything that's given to me. I don't always put everything that's given to me, and part of that is from personal choice, and part of that is also like a very small fraction of it is just for me. And one of them in particular, call out was given timing as to when that's going to happen, but it was certain that was going to happen. But because I know I have cross watchers and people who are not walking their path but choose the plank instead, that like I know that they're like, I have to keep things concealed and just let things play out. And on the initial state, it was more like, oh, people have, free will, and they have, there's a possibility of them, opting out. Things can change. But then as things progress, it's also a learning curve for me to understand, like, this is normally how people behave when they're following this pattern, and they've already gotten this far in their patterning. So sometimes this is just a lesson for me to surrender and know that that's the reality of that path. And then there's other times where it's like highly sexual, so like I don't like, because there's so much. And then there's the part where it has to do with money, and I have to kind of conceal some of that, of which the divine says is owed to me, like, so emphatically, because people don't take well to that. Like, they think it's very, I don't know, cocky. I don't know, but that's the way the divine delivers it to me. So, and they said that I shouldn't have any shame in that, but like, I'm kind of pacing the messaging out, because most of that is more for me to internalize. And yeah, so there's that. But there's like some negative energies, like when people are super duper duper depressed, where it doesn't, it indulges more in hiding in the shadows rather than exploring them, then I will omit that energy for the sake of that. Like I don't want to, I don't want people to get coerced back into that loop. So that firmly is my decision. That's what I strongly feel about for those particular channelings. But okay, anything else? How long have I been here? 50. Oh, okay. So Archangel Michael, is there anything else that you want to say on Authorizing Officer Tuesday on what's about to happen? I should do pick a card readings, but I don't have, dude, I have so many saved candles that I'm supposed to do scrying with. Like, I don't know when I'm going to do them. But there's a lot, and I know that there's tons of messages. So many candles that I have to get to, but I have to, I don't know, maybe if I do this 24/7 and I don't have a regular like day job anymore, like a, you know, office job, then I can do it. Slave, what the fuck? Okay. It still shows up, slave. What the heck? What? Where does that go? What goes in there, Archangel Michael? What's about to happen? What the fuck? There's an erection? It's just like from the waist down. Just straight up erection. Yeah, I'm just trying to cover as much as possible. I'm getting, what do you call it? Britney Spears, I'm a slave for you. And then somebody like dealing cards, somebody wanting to deal it. Oh my god, what? But it's like somebody that's like off to the side. What? This, I'm hearing to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. That's crazy. Because this is my left when I'm, you know. So it's somebody that I left. Oh, God. What? Somebody about... What? Why are you telling me this? What is, like, what use is that? I don't understand. What's about to happen? I guess, like, what? Why do you tell me that? I don't understand. Why would you tell me that? I don't... Archangel Michael, why would you tell me that? Like, what purpose does that serve? Like, what is that? I don't understand. Why would you tell me that? Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Woman, extroverted, suppressed, extroverted, habit extroverted, and father extroverted. What? What? Okay, why would you tell me that? Woman, suppress. Okay, what goes in women? Extroverted. Okay, that one. Okay, so that's in, whoopsie. That's in reversal. So it's like somebody was like prostituting basically in reversal. So yeah, it's making sure that I give like the right message, which is like I'm not down for that. And my kin isn't like that either. That's not what I represent. What goes in suppressed, Archangel Michael? A whole bunch of cards, right? Am I gonna do this whole thing? Okay, it's being in the middle. Okay. Okay, I'm making sure that something about people hurting themselves or not hurting themselves. I don't know. And then saying hello instead of goodbye. Being taught instead of sowing seeds, I'm kind of what is it? Harvesting. Religion in reverse, so kind of like a reformation. Snake in reverse, so there's no more of that. I don't have to bury any more people. And people are not going to bury me anymore. And not being seated at the table or going to be. And then relationships that measure up. And, you know, can mess up a bed, but also clean it up. What? So there's like this midpoint stage of like different kinds of energies. Like people who are kind of like self-harming, but I'll know immediately when I see them. Yeah, because people who put themselves out on a line like that, kind of like so instantaneously, there's something about like risky behavior there. So like I already know this because Spirit taught me this directly, and there's going to be a lot of incoming people, like a lot of energies coming through. But this is yet again reformation. So there's some sign of healing here, like getting to the truth. Yeah, healing. But it shouldn't get dirty anymore. But there's something about not being seated at the table. Yeah, choosing to opt out. Okay. For more solid things. So something about suppress. What is suppress? So this is, I feel like being more tempered with like some things you have to take personal, you know, like in order to address it personal. Like anywhere I invest my time in, like it's knowing that there's so much change that I always have to consider that I'm in the middle of something. Like I'm in the middle of something, okay? And it's not really being a dick about it, but kinda, you know. So there's something about discernment here, and I think that's why they're showing that, because like, oh, you know what they're saying? Because this is not completely sexual. This is also saying that like you're going to be given like a lot of like offers, a lot of offers, and part of that are those that you said goodbye to, and it could be by one name, but energetically it could also be like somebody that you're going to meet tomorrow. It's the same fucking energy, so it's just a reminder on that. So what goes in habit, Spirit? How much more time do I get? What goes in habit? Just go your own way. Okay. Molehill, making a mountain over a molehill. I don't know. Okay, let me see here. Then there's this descending. Then mama said. So we've got Billy Madison here. And again, descending and a dead end. Oh, you know, it's also discerning, like, the people that are going to do what they want to do, you have to just see things for what they are. And with love, you have to like kind of just opt out of all of this, because people are going to go where they want to go. It doesn't matter what the fuck you tell them. People have created habits to excuse themselves. And so It's not to say that people who are like energies who like fauna, like this kind of energy isn't like doomed energy, but it's also saying that once you've seen what you've said goodbye to, know that energy well. Know that energy well, so you don't have to like go through those cycles again. So father accentuated is what? I don't know why I keep hearing like Papa don't preach. I don't know why. Oh, okay. So this fell on the erection card. It's peace, and it's like, yeah, because there's something about unrest here. This is directed energy. Like these people have some kind of like turmoil in them when they're that like fixated. So their fixation is misallotted. Like their focus is misallotted because it's so driven into fixations, and I just happen to be kind of like in the mix of it. So it's just understanding that these people have like some unrest. So what goes in the father card? I mean, in accentuated. Okay, that one. Something about writing. It's not me writing. It's so there are father figures out there that are also taking notes on this. This is good because fathers like in different age ranges, even contemplating coming into that role, this is good for them to know. I don't know what, like, I don't know. They just said that they're taking notes. They're taking notes. It's not writing up somebody. It's not like critiquing it. There's something about just taking notes for personal. Yeah. Anyway, let me go ahead and charge this phone because it's about to conk out. Okay. Is it gonna stay? Let me see here. Oopsie. Is it gonna stay? I don't know. Shoot. Fuck it. Sorry. Okay. Alright. Yay! Okay. Let's get one more card out of there. I just feel like it's anything else that you want to say, because like I get it is important. This is important because it's not like, okay, like I encounter this energy, people who like offers that are very willing and able, not necessarily ready, but that's like, I don't know if that's something that would hit my ego, because I would feel at least a little bit of a hint of it, but I don't. I've just seen this energy, like, this is energy that's attracted to other energies. It's not, this is irrelevant to who I am. So it doesn't like appease my ego. It has nothing to do with me, but more so what their energetics are. There's something about fetishizing here. So it's like there's something about that where it's a hook, okay? It's not a drive, it's a hook. That's what it is. So I don't know. I guess psychologically it's like bing. I don't there's nothing else to discern out of that. Okay. There's more to look at here. Okay. So we have disgrace, inverted, attractive, extroverted, resent, upright, self-defeating, upright, go, upright, stupid, upright, and joy in reverse. So we've got some negative energies here, and I care not to progress in this. That's like, that combination is, no thanks. So, what's about to happen? I guess there are some cross-watchers that have like foul mouth. Share and rival. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so I'll put that there as a closer to these cards. And instead, I'm going to use Mythos. Okay? Oh, look, there's a sexual magic tarot here. Okay. All right, so it goes in share. Archangel Michael for authorizing. Oh wait. For authorizing officer Tuesday. What's about to happen? What goes in share? There's Roach. And there's like a rabbi priest person about to go through, like ascend into like a secret portal. Huh. Actually, I don't know if that's a roach. I feel like that's more like a beetle. It could be a roach, but I think it's of the same family. Anyway, this is like long lasting. What is it? It's these are energetics that have gone through the tests of time. These are survivalists naturally. They're resourceful, they're practical, etc. So again, accessing ancient knowledge, having the portal to that, something about sharing that. So there's something here that it's like, come along on this journey. Okay. Oh, so it's speaking to other sentients too. I don't know why. There's something cosmic about this beetle slash, even though these are flat colors, what my impression on this is that there's something metallic on it. See? You see like how it's drawn? There's this, and then that symbol right at the center is kind of like cosmic looking to me. I don't know why, but that's what it's showing me. How many steps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 steps are showing. And it kind of curves, so you can't see straight through. This reminds me of a reading that I did a long-ass time ago, like 3 years ago probably. That's long-ass time ago to me in my spiritual, like, divination journey, at least with cards. And it's with something like the Shasta Tarot Oracle. It's something, I think, Russian-based. I don't know. It was a long one. To me, it was long. Like, I was very critical of it because it was like broken in fragments. I was just learning it. Maybe I'll link it and make it like public again. Maybe there's like, I haven't revisited those, so I think it would be important to take a look at that. I did maybe like a maximum of 4 readings because it was just like, where is this stuff going? Anyway, there might be some answers there. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, yeah, so about the path. About, like, it's like you can't see straight into it. Okay, so there's that. There's answers there. Okay. What goes in rival? Because rivals are not always like, oh, negative or whatever. I mean, they're just on the opposite team. That's what it is. So, Archangel Michael, what goes in there? It's like, what's about to happen? Authorizing Officer Tuesday. I kind of really wanted to do some bananagrams because they tell me, like, give me some clues that are kind of crazy. What is this? Kind of bent it. It was in reversal. What? It's like, it's ascending. It's like going over this hill, but it's being led. I don't understand. It's like a knight, basically. What the frick? It's in reversal. It doesn't tell me if it's a Knight of Cups, a Knight of Pentacles, a Knight of anything here. I mean, I would presume, because it's not moving fast. It's not the Knight of Swords. It's not like focused. It's weird. It's just like moseying along. It's just slowly though. So it could be the King of, or Knight of Pentacles. But you know, I get this like rabbi feel because of the hat. You know? I don't know. Is somebody Jewish here? I don't know. Jewish, Amish, I don't know. But what is this? I don't understand. So, I mean, it could be the Knight of Cups because this girl in the red dress is kind of depicting, like kind of implying that. But it's in reversal. The frick? I don't know. It's not the Knight of Wands, because I don't see anything like any sexual thing here. I mean, I just see a huge contrast with each person here, okay? Like contrast in lifestyle, like who they are, how they are, etc. But this is in reversal. I feel this, I don't know, man, this is weird. I need a clarifier for that, Spirit. Archangel Michael, what's a clarifier for that? Tribal, open door to either portal. Why do I keep getting like rabbi here? Like seriously, it's, I don't understand. And then a drum. So tribal warrior. It's like, what the fuck? This is weird. This energy is like really weird. Okay, so the rival. I think somebody's doing some, I don't think it's me, because I mean in one of my past life cards, like the third card that came through was like a rabbi, and that was like deep in, like it was a leader, but like Jewish leader, which is weird. So I don't know what. So there's something about, I think this is external. Maybe there's an attraction of energies that are kind of unseen. There's something about it. There's some kind of magnetism here, but there's strong like rabbi energy. Like maybe I'm misallotting my understanding of it, but anyway, there's very strong energy within that, and I think somebody's doing some soul searching here, because he knows what he knows, and he also knows what he's learned. So there's something about where people who, that person who would normally see an opposition in me are now dropping that, because he's now seeing the blend of energies. Like, your drum is your drum, your beat is your beat, and it's indisputable. That's what you're gifted. At the very bare minimum, the experiential value of like rocking it, basically. And so there's something about it, like where he's like cornered into a portal. So there's like destined entrance, and like it's like a box within a box within a box. So like the enter into here, then when you get in, it's like a whole different ambiance. Like it looks like freaking home, but it also looks like a hybrid of something else. And no door is positioned like that, where it's like, oh, you could go over here or you can go over there. So there's something about like the unexpected on the interior. Like, I thought I already opted in. I'm already in this portal. There's more portals. Like, how far does this go? Do I leave a trail of breadcrumbs? You know, what is it? That sweater song by Weezer. Something about that, like kind of like a trail of breadcrumbs, that kind of energy here. So it's like, will I be able to retrace my like steps back, or what? Am I going to be able to try other like? It's that uncertainty, but also knowing like that's beyond the point right now to scrutinize. Like, do I even want to go back, or do I want to keep moving forward? Like, what, you know, there's so many unknowns. But there's somebody here who's like, you're gonna be the death of me. But it's needing some contemplation, some extra rest time on this. But there's the digestion period in here where it's like there's only so much time left, but Why would you want to waste the last bit of time on bullshit? You know what I mean? Like if you're that much closer to answers and peace and happiness in a realm that you thought was already figured out, why wouldn't you want to like use the remainder of time to access that? So there's something about that there, especially with so it's being on the brink of that, but it's a recognition. Somebody's torn between two worlds, because even the warrior in someone, there's a face here and there's a face there. So weird. I didn't even expect to read something like that, but somebody knows what I'm talking about there. Okay, finalization here. Anything else? Okay, there's that. Ah, it's the Empress card. How beautiful is that? So again, I think it's drawing back on that reading where it was like, oh, what about that star? It's in our hands, and I take a look at it. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I can see this and this. Okay, back you go. All right, what about that one? So it's drawing upon energies and knowing it, but it's also, there's something also like within that practice, there's, and like feeling out the ley lines, like being one with it, there's something about an embodiment within overall energetics. So, but it's not like, because for, I think recently I've been noticing like a furrowed brow here developing. But there's something about more ease here within the practice. That's interesting. Okay. All right, so I think that's it for now, because that's a fucking lot. So what is like your takeaway here? You know, everyone that's kind of like watching here. Which includes me, but you know, from a time when I'm gonna be reviewing it. But what's your takeaway here? Okay. Oh. It's the Page of Swords in reverse. Gosh, there's such mixed energy. I knew it was gonna be kind of like vague, spread out energy, but this could mean a lot, dude. Yeah, very high pitch ringing. Like almost like it's just like a thread, like a very high pitch ringing. This is intellectual. This is embedded with new ideas that create like good vibes. Doesn't matter what walk of life you're at, but this is someone who is holding on to something that is that carries that energy. Now I can't say whether or not it belongs to them, because there's you heard that little like rumble, like a fart in my stomach basically. It was weird. But there's something about giving more weight to those who properly carry this energy, because this is the young high priestess in upright. Okay, so it's no longer walking the line. There's something about an elevation point, something like, you know, like how when people when young women are going to like beauty school and they balance a book on their head or whatever, there's something about that here. There's grace and there's poise already like endowed in this multitasking. Oh my god, somebody, like, seriously, this is people don't like that, and there's haters out there for sure, because there's no reason why my stomach should be feeling like that. But we mind our own business anyway. I mean, this is very well protected. We hold the ideas. We hold the fucking book. We can balance on our own sword. So it's like we can not only like talk the talk in bridging gaps, but we can also walk the freaking walk. If our words are used against us, like, there's no such thing at this point. Okay. That's what's happening. So the more objective we are with other sentients. I mean, even people that we get along with, we still have to hold our own. And this objectivity doesn't mean like you're in constant like conflict and argument. This is just like reflecting on different perspectives and different sides, different angles. And oh, dude, like seriously, what the heck? But there's some energies here that are not they're just not the good stuff for sure. What do you want to say about the Archangel Michael? Oh my gosh, it's still happening. Judgment. Judgment. There's 2 of Cups and Knight of Cups. Archangel Michael says, never mind them. Again, an emphasis on karma that's rolling out for us. That's like, this is a huge elevation point. Like the diving board is off of like yesterday's, like of who we are yesterday. So even if we're happy, like even as happy as we are and content, we are with ourselves and in constant like learning, there's growth because the elevation point is just superseding what we've done before. So there's no risk in this diving board effect. The jump off is basically a boost from our own efforts. And so this is like, these are solid relationships, both like those that you can depend on, those that freaking like, this is a dual rainbow. This is it's kind of like when you wash your hands and you just like, are you done with this? This is good work together. This is peacekeeping. This is peacemaking. This is the new pace setter where when you say like, oh, I'm done with this, okay, you wash your hands, that's from good work. That's bringing spectrums of light into the world and still feeding our own bowls as well as each other's. Like that's freaking awesome. And there's romanticism too. There's solid like people who admire, not just for the sake of like, oh, I love to be in love. No, this is solid because this hold on, I can't see right here. No, that's a well-behaved horse. Yeah, this is good. This is solid. Oh god, I just felt like the chills all over. Okay. All right, what's my takeaway? Just mine, Archangel Michael, please. Oh my god, that's a lot. The Moon card, 4 of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Swords, 3 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Swords, and 8 of Swords in reverse. That's a lot of freaking swords. That's true Gemini. How many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of these 8 cards, 7? No. 6 to 7 of them are swords. I mean, the Moon card can be sword energy too. It depends on how you look at it. Because there's still reflection off of that too. But that's a lot. So it's already done. Dude, nobody can change it. It's already done. I'm already like marinating in it. I'm immersed. So it's all good. This is full moon energy. You know, it's like the little dog laughed to see such a sport at the dish ran away with a spoon. Something about howling. I don't know. There's something about that. So this is like nursery rhymes. It's already like it's done. Oh my god, somebody. Little dog laughed to see such a sport. The dish ran away with the spoon. It's weird. Okay, I'll think about that later. Anyway, this is healed energy. It's very focused. You already freaking know it. If you're happy and you know it, like, oh, basically clap your hands or the divine will do it for you. This is this is hidden inheritance. This is also a legend in the making. So much so it makes people's head freaking hurt. But you're not trapped. Oh, you know what? If you're doing good work and your head is still hurting, and you know that it's not a psychic attack because there are differences in the feels of it, that just means that your crown chakra is expanding. Yeah. So there are different energies that you can feel to determine. But anyway, I feel like a lot of you know that already. Dude, I feel like, what the heck are people doing? Anyway, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is also building something legendary. And so it's already like backed by it, but it's also building on it. Like it's all known. Like there's like I can't imagine. Like I've never seen so many swords in a layout that depicted something like ultimately positive. I mean, like this is, if we're playing Scrabble, like I fucking won it with the swords energy. Like it's done. I know I don't have the 10 of Swords in here, but that was the primary card. That was the initial card. That's, dude, I totally forgot about that. So, let me see, 4, 5, 6, 9, 14, 22. 22 swords. So, it's kind of like hitting the bonus round because 21 is the world card. So 22 is like, it is a new world. And that's driven by the Knight of Swords. That's very focused. Yeah. Because we have quantity, but we have to assume the Knight of Swords has one. So it's being that it's in reversal, there's no rush to it. It's very focused. So this is focused jumping into like a new timeline, a new world, a new realm. That's excellent. Okay, bottom of the deck is 5 of Cups. Say goodbye, sayonara. Interesting. I feel a little bit of a pull right here. Why is it goodbye though? Ace of Pentacles, being funded for something new. You see that pentacle? It can't fit into that portal. It's yeah. Oh, you know what? So they're saying like, even if you drop it, even if you have a hole in your pocket, Tina, like you can't, dude, you can't lose it. That's basically your own luggage tag, basically, to the new journey. I'm curious what's underneath that. Oh my gosh, 6 of Pentacles. But that it. Did you hear like the rumbles? Like it's like, whoa. What's directly underneath that 10 of Wands in reverse? Yeah, dropping like any burdens. So top of the deck is, okay, wanted to bring 2, which is 9 of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. What the frick? This is back. This is business. Like, you are going to be so happy, Tina. Yeah, oh, that's weird. Okay, that's it. That's all for right now anyway. Holy smokes. Thanks so very much for all donations provided in light and love. I certainly appreciate it. And, you know, like as what the female rappers would say, or any people having to face a similar 10 of Swords energy, we always, in the end, when we see our success like shining through and we own our own success, like when we can give credit to ourselves, like on that level, we thank our supporters with the inclusion of our haters, because it's like it gives us a good contrast. Like you're already showing your cards, basically. It's so obvious. So it allows me to compare notes whenever I'm feeling like shitty, even if it's caused by those people. It's like, oh, okay. Or like those are the triggers. It's like we just keep getting better. Like anyway, that's what's that. But anyway, now that this reading is officially over, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of 5 roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading.